listen, I had Sandy. If you were late, you were kicked out.
I wanted to get back to him. So, because you have studied with the man
With the
himself.
man.
Could you,
The scariest 2 years of my whole life.
can you share with us that experience?
You know, I wish, it's so funny as you get older, you're like, oh, I wish I could do that again with the perspective I have now. But, you know, he was so brilliant that you wanted to be good. And it's the worst thing you could do in class is want to be good. But you wanted to get, that was quite okay. You wanted to be told, hey, that you're onto something. He was very, he didn't give out compliments freely unless you really were good. So you knew when you were told something was quite okay. You never got a good. I never heard him say very good ever. But then you knew it was, right? So this is my favorite Sandy story because he just made you want to work hard. I can't explain it because he was terrifying as fuck. It's like the Wizard of Oz when you would go up to do your scene and they're walking down that hallway and he's in the green, behind the green curtain and there's that big face, who goes, and the lion jumps off. That's how I would feel. So I walked by him one day. This was in advanced. I walked by him one day and I must have sighed. I was like, and he grabbed my arm. Holly, what's wrong with you? And I was like, it's a really hard scene. He goes, you want to be good. I said, yes, I want it to be good. I'll admit it. And he got really emotional because he got very attached to us by the end of the 2 years, especially the people that lasted. And he said, don't you know that I know you're a baby? And I was like, huh? He says, if you saw a mother in a store beating a baby up, you would be very upset, probably call the police. And I was like, yeah. He said, then why do you do that to yourself? And I was like, mind blown. And that was a real paradigm shift for me where I felt like I'm just going to come in. I never did that in ballet. Class was to improve and level up. Like, why was I viewing this as and I think there was a little part of me because I was revisiting my technique. I felt like I was in a hurry. Like, I have to get this because I'm changing everything. But I learned from him that this is an artistic process. It's not a math equation. There is no answer. There's no right way. At the end of the day, there's truth or not. And however you get there is correct, if we believe it, and we're taking on that journey. And that your job is to just bring whatever the truth is to the moment. That's it. And I was making such a big deal out of it because he was so big, when actually, if you were to take the Meisner work and put it in a nutshell, it's to pare it down to the most simple human truth. That's why it looks so raw, so real, almost looks improvised. People that have had him or trained with Meisner work, there's nothing fancy about it. I remember when I was in method, I'd be doing a scene and I'd have to get emotional and I could feel myself checking out, going to where I needed to go and not even being connected to my partner anymore. And I've since worked with other method people now. And it's like, hello, come back. It's interesting to watch, but if you remember in school when you had fractions and they would make you bring it down to the lowest common denominator, that's what you do with any material. What is the human element of this? What is this scene really about?